I'm saying?
Yep.
And so if God has given a man a purpose and he has given him work to do, and the man is doing that work, help meet is actually help.
Real help.
It's not liability. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's help meet.
Who brought who to who? Hi, my name is John Kenny.
And my name is Taiwo.
You shall give me a chance to introduce you.
Sorry.
I want to welcome you to the second episode of season 2 of Insight Podcast.
Second episode of season 2
of Insight Podcast.
I want to welcome you guys to the second episode of Insight Podcast season 2.
Okay, that works too.
Episode 2. Titled 10 Biblical Perspectives on Marriage.
I think we agreed that I was supposed to anchor this episode.
You're not doing it well, that's my challenge.
All right. The topic again is who brought who to who. All right. So, I mean, I don't want to go so much about what happened in the last episode, but I mean, it was really interesting about the fact that God's will is not that anyone should go into a divorce. Any believer should experience
God's original intention.
A divorce.
That's what Jesus said.
Today we want to talk about who brought who to who. In more clearer terms, what we mean is like when we say who and who, we're talking about the man and the woman.
Yes.
And we're saying the third who in the question is when we say who brought who to who. The last two who's are the man and the woman. Then the who, the first who is
God.
Is God, of course. So God is the one that brought who to who.
Yeah.
So let's go to Genesis chapter 2,
Okay, Genesis
verse
2.
21 to 22.
I'm reading my hard copy Bible now.
I'm reading my digital version of the Bible. It's still the Bible, more or less. So verse 20, I'm there already. I'm waiting for you.
Yet.
All right, okay.
This
I'll
Bible
wait.
is big.
I'm waiting for you.
Just wait. I'll be there. I'll meet you there.
You'll meet me there. All right. Genesis 2 verse 21 says, So the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep. While the man slept, the Lord God took out one of the man's ribs and closed up the opening. Then the Lord God made a woman from the rib, and he brought her to the man.
Wait, in these two verses, there is the man 1, there is the man 2, there is the man 3, there is the man 4. 4 times. The man.
The man. Do you want to go about who the man
No,
is?
so I just want to understand that in this conversation we're having right now, the person in the center is the man.
The man. It's very important.
And of course, in verse 22, God made a woman and brought her to the man.
So let's start first by saying
a woman.
Yeah.
The man.
So the man.
Who is the man?
In what state was the man?
Well, of course, who is the man?
Okay, so the man. Let's see Genesis chapter 2 verse 15 quickly.
Okay.
It says that the Lord God placed the man in the Garden of Eden to tend and watch over it.
So the man had already been made.
In fact, it continues in 16. But the Lord God warned him, you may freely eat the fruit of every tree in the garden, except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat its fruit, you are sure to die. So we see a man having a work. We see a man having purpose.
The man that has been given an instruction
by the one who made it.
What's his job? To tend and watch over the garden. Fundamental. That's what the man was given to do. And the man was also given an instruction. The man was given instruction that he cannot break. The man had the commandments of God.
The work from God and the commandment from God. You know when I think about work, I remember Ephesians 2 verse 10. All right, now.
God's workmanship.
Yeah. Now, think about it. The man, in quotes, that God brought the woman to, was in a certain state.
Yes.
He had received a mandate from God.
Yes, he had received a mandate from God.
He had found what you call, in today's terms, purpose for his life.
It wasn't just work.
So it wasn't just work.
Yeah.
It wasn't just going to a 9 to 5 like a regular average person.
He had more than just work.
More than just work. He had something that his life was about. God had put something in his hands that this is what you're going to do.
And he was doing it.
And he was about it. And that's what I was saying.
So it's something one can say, God gave me a purpose. God gave me something to do. It's different from actually doing it. So this man we're talking about here is the man that God has given purpose and is doing it.
How do I know that? In verse 18 of verse 22, it says, Then the Lord God said, It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper who is just right for him.
Damn.
So helper means that
somebody
is already doing the work. Helper is not someone to come and initiate the work in a man.
Fantastic.
And let's be clear about that.
Yes,
helper is somebody to help you. So you're already doing something. You need help. You're already doing something. So you need.
It's not something.
It's not something.
Okay.
It's something. And you need someone to come and help you do it.
So that's the man.
I think we need to make that clear today.
Because there's a lot of men around who think they are the man.
Trust me, the man, many men don't fit into the man.
They don't have a purpose from God. They don't have the work that God has given to them by virtue of the purpose has given to them. They don't have. They're not even doing it.
And they weren't just talking about just ministering in a church. That's not. But
it's part of it.
No, but it's not the entirety of it. Is it everyone that's going to receive a call to be a pastor of a church?
But not everyone's going to get a call. But everybody has to be serving God's
agenda.
That's what I want God's expansion of God's kingdom.
So whether you're in the corporate banking, you are in tech, you are in medicine,
he's the complete man. He's the complete man essentially. He has work. He has a means of livelihood already. It's the complete man. He has work. He has means of livelihood. He has purpose. He has service to God. He's the complete man, and that man is ready to receive what is coming next. He needs help.
So we've defined the first who.
Yes.
That God brought who to.
So who is the who?
Now the who that God brought now to the man
is the woman.
Fits a certain description. The woman.
The essence of bringing a woman into the picture was it is not good for a man to be alone. I will make him a helper that is just right for him. Some versions say I will make him help meet
for him.
Meet for him. So that woman was fit for the purpose and the work that God has given to the man.
This is the first thing that we always see most times when we talk about this scenario in the beginning. Is verse 23.
Okay, verse 23.
The one is bone from my bone and flesh from my flesh.
Yeah.
She will be called woman because she was taken from man. So a lot of people are always excited about the fact that
she's taken woman because she's taken from man.
Yeah, okay. It's like so it's bone. So it completes me. It's bone of my bone.
Completes what?
Yeah, completes what? So
exactly. Because so that woman is a reflection of the work that God has given to that man, of the purpose God has given to that man, of the essence of that man. That woman is of that man.
See, I would say at this point that the woman was made by God.
Yes.
To help
the man
in this scenario, in this marriage.
And so bring it into marriage perspective.
We're bringing into the agenda of marriage that God initiated. The woman, it shows me that there's a work that God has even done to make the woman.
Yes.
So that she can be fit as a help.
Because when I was growing up, there used to be an adage that we were told that you cannot have somebody to help you carry load that cannot even carry load in the first place.
Or that you're not even attempting to carry yourself.
So you have a load to carry. It's very heavy. You now ask somebody to help you carry that load. That person that is help, even though might not be the one doing the bulk of the work, but should be at least able to help lift the load. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so if God has given a man a purpose, and he has given him work to do, and the man is doing that work, help meet is actually help.
Real help.
It's not liability. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's help meet. It's fitting. And so, let me
I'll turn the microphone down.
Let me give you an example. I just want to marry a man that's very spiritual, and me, I don't have to be. It's just everything. It just has to be. How can you help?
How can you help
in a spiritual journey when you are not spiritual?
Word.
Oh, I just want to marry a brother. He has everything already. He has everything. I don't. In fact, my money is my own money. His money is our money. I don't have to contribute anything to him.
It doesn't fly.
While we understand that the man has to have work and has to have a means of livelihood, but what you're doing is help.
I realize that this is one of the fundamental challenges about marriage. A lot of couples, even Christian couples, don't yet get this reality, both from the who of the man and the who of the woman. They don't both understand the responsibility that heaven has placed on them both. And they're coming together as one is supposed to accentuate something.
It's supposed to accentuate. What does that mean? It's supposed to accelerate something.
Spark up,
improve something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
last thing. God brought the woman to the man, and the man liked what he saw. I mean, it's clear here.
So you see, Jackie,
it's clear here.
We have been talking so far, based on what you just about to say now. Somebody say, why is it Jesus in this matter? That's why you have to watch episode 1. Because we started this thought from Jesus' response to the Pharisees. And he said, in the beginning, that's Matthew chapter 19.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was not so. Which is what brought us back to the beginning.
To look at it.
I just want to get some context. So, yes, you're saying, and the third point is, the man liked what he saw.
See verse 23 says, at last he exclaimed,
this one is bone from my bone.
So that's at last.
And flesh from my flesh.
Let's look at the man again. when he says at last, it means that something has been happening.
Yes, there's been a search.
That means there's been a search.
In fact, you see from verse 19. So the Lord God formed from the ground all the wild animals and the birds of the sky. He brought them to the man to see what he would call them. And the man chose a name for each of them. He gave names to all the livestock, all the birds of the sky, and all the wild animals. But still, there was no helper just right for him.
So that thing is explained in verse 23. At last means that finally.
If I actually heard the minister say that every other lady you meet before your wife is some of those animals.
Confirm. Let me tell you what I understand by what you just said. Now. It means that not every woman out there fits the spec.
Yes, not every woman is fit.
You know what that means
it's
for
just
me?
Right.
You know what that means for me? See, oftentimes, let's be realistic. There shouldn't be room so much for trial and error. Or this picking and trying and saying. I think God has to do a presentation.
If you think of the man as the man that is tending to the garden and tending to the animals, then every other lady you meet, they are supposed to be people you tend to,
more or less.
But there is just one that is not just tending. She's coming to help you tend
and when she is presented, there is at last.
So it's not a case of they forced me to marry her.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that's what many people fall into a problem. They will say that she's in our church and the pastor said I should marry her, and so but can you say,
was there that at last moment
that yes, can you say that you like what you see? Because that affirmation of this is the person is what's going to sustain you on many days when things are not looking like it. You're gonna look at the woman and you're gonna say, am I sure I did the right thing? But you remember that at last.
See, for me, that when the who brings the who to the who, there must be that at last moment.
Yes.
That exclamation of excitement, like this is the person. It's very, very important. I think, like you just said now,
on wedding day,
it's a sustainer.
You know, I do photography and videography, and I've done for weddings in the past, and even recently. I've seen some weddings. If you see the lady, you know that it was not an at last thing. It's that she is all to the. It's like they use rope to bring her to the wedding hall, or you see the guy too is just angry. No, it's supposed to be a thing of joy.
I mean,
it's supposed to be a thing of joy.
Really, really exciting thoughts we shared. I mean, in this second episode, titled "Who Brought Who to Who." Okay, so in the next episode of this podcast, we're going to be talking about: is it time to marry?
Is it time to marry?
Very, very important conversation. We want to implore you, please. Put your thoughts in the comment section. We're going to respond to your comments, and we want to hear from you if you have really been following the conversation here. Taiwo, thank you. I'm John Kenny, signing out. Who brought who to who? Wait, why do you have to do like this? They don't want to sue us.
Who? John Kenny, who?
Look want to say something that they will sue us with.
Hands down.
Don't do an investor.
Who brought who to who? Hi, my name is John Kenny. And with me here is
Brother Taiwo.
Pastor Peter Taiwo.
Wait, now stop talking.
We're on set.
My name is Peter Taiwo, and I'm so excited to be here. John Kenny is also here with me. So JK, go ahead. What's good? What are we doing?
Welcome to the second episode of Inside Podcast, Season 2.
JK, let's start again.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Let's start again, JK. Let's start again. JK, what are you doing now?
Inside Podcast,